Good morning. It's 9:30 a.m. Tuesday, February 6th. It's actually National Frozen Yogurt Day. So with all the sunshine, celebrate. Please rise and join us. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We will start with a prayer, please. Heavenly Father, we beseech your divine guidance in this meeting. Keep us ever mindful of our obligation. Grant us, dear Lord, wisdom, tolerance, and courage, that we may well serve our county and fulfill our trust. Amen. All right, and we have minutes.
I move to approve the minutes of the January 30th meeting.
I will second. Any discussion or changes? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes. All right. Any public comments from anyone? Don't see any, so we'll start with our resolutions. Jeremy Sinko, sanitary engineer. Good morning.
Morning, everyone. One resolution for consideration today, and that's authorizing the sanitary engineer to enter an agreement with Jones & Henry Engineers for professional design services to assist in the construction management for the Fenn and Marks Road water main replacement project.
Move to approve.
I will second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Thanks. Holly Murin, our Human Resources Director. Good morning, Holly.
Good morning. On our personal changes resolution today, we have 5 new hires, 1 at office for older adults, 3 in sanitary, and 1 in transit, and 1 rate increase at county home.
Move to approve.
I will second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Brett Thomas, our Finance Director. We got a couple for us here.
All right, we're back to the larger numbers.
Yeah.
7 resolutions for you guys today.
Good.
If you give a mouse a cookie here, we have the beginning of our appropriation measure resolutions. So we are increasing our temporary budgets for the time being, and boy, we have a long list there. Some of these, a good chunk of them actually, are just bringing a couple funds up to their cash balances, and one is for the appropriation of a grant. So outside of that, we have requests as needed. Our second resolution is cash transfers for various funds. The majority of that small stuff that you'll see there is actually because of an error in the clerk of court system where a single fee got paid out to a whole bunch of different areas before it got caught. That has been corrected, but this is bringing that cash balance back. Okay. Our third resolution is a cash transfer to cover the countywide audit. So this is paying for those fees moving over from the various departments.
Okay.
Fourth resolution is approving transfer of inventory between the various county offices. Domestic Relations is passing some stuff over to the dog shelter, and EMA is passing over to the sheriff. Our fifth resolution is excess property, and it's kind of a house cleaning with some of the moving stuff that we've had to do over the past few months here. So we have several pages of those. Our sixth resolution is allowing expenses of county officials. We do have one that is out of state this time for the sheriff, the Jail Leadership Command Academy. And then finally, our seventh resolution is our weekly bills in the amount of $897,618.72. As always, copies are kept in the auditor's office if we need.
Move to approve the 7 resolutions.
Second the motion. Any discussion or changes? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Department updates. Denise Testa.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So before we get started on the update, I just have one resolution for your consideration, amending resolution number 24-0066, authorizing the professional services agreement with Kleinfelder. That agreement decreased by $500 from $224 to $223.5.
Move to approve.
Second the motion. Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So into my report. So our March Planning Commission meeting is just a month away. We have 2 text amendments and potentially 1 subdivision to review. Reggie Hare was appointed from the city of Medina, so we have a full commission at this point to move into community development block grants. So those applications are now available for completion. Wadsworth is allocated $150,000. The county is allocated $350,000, and this is a grant that provides direct benefits to one of 4 areas, so the low to moderate income residents, disabled adults, elderly residents, as well as elimination of slum and blight conditions. So we have scheduled a public hearing, or also kind of known as an information session, on Monday, February 26th at 2:40 here in the county admin building in balcony room B.
At 2:40 p.m.?
2:30, I'm sorry.
2:30.
Did I say 2:40? I apologize.
That's all right.
I think I looked at 2024 and said...
Okay, that's all right.
And we will encourage any potential applicants to attend that meeting. If you are not able to attend that meeting, just contact our office directly and we can meet with any interested individually.
Good.
Good morning. So we also, the Lodi Bridge, as we are on the CDBG pathway here, construction started yesterday. So we're very excited about that project moving forward. We also will continue to work on the prevailing wages report, not prevailing wages, the fair housing analysis of impediments. We also would like to announce, in cooperation with the IT office, both of our engineers, sanitary and the county engineer, we now have the countywide zoning map up on our website. We have all township zoning maps up on these are interactive maps.
That's great.
So the idea of the countywide zoning map is that you can go in and see where there are residential, industrial, and manufacturing zoning. So we only have 3 zoning districts on the countywide, but when you zoom in, it then will show you by parcel and go into then the township zoning or the city zoning or the village zoning. So it's a countywide zoning
So
map.
basically, when you go in at the outer, it is basically just division is residential, commercial, industrial.
Correct.
And then, but as you zoom down, you actually will see that jurisdiction's distinction. Not
Exactly.
all rural residential are the same, or commercial.
Exactly.
So it actually will come down to what that specific for that parcel
Exactly.
classification is. Excellent.
And and then we also, oh shoot, I just lost my train of thought there for
That's
a
right.
minute. Oh, we have links to every township as well. So,
Fantastic.
and community. So we're very excited that is up and running. Other than that, do you have any questions?
I'll just say that zoning map, and I know that there was an initiative, and now I'm talking like 15, 20 years ago, Jim Gersbacher, a bunch of them got together, and I remember planning, we were trying to get down to where we have that kind of information and put together, and to have it now available at your fingertips is just, that's just awesome.
Well, it
That is
just
so
took
great.
like 1.25 decades. That's not bad.
Well, it's probably one of the things, it's easier to keep up to date once you have it than to create it in the first place.
Right.
So that's-
Exactly, but
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
really a collaborative effort
That's
with
awesome.
the engineers and as well as, it wasn't labor intense. It's just making sure that the coding is correct and and just being able to be user friendly.
Right.
For
Yep.
anyone to go in and actually utilize that tool is very exciting.
And it will be kept up to date as the zoning is changed within those jurisdictions.
Correct.
That also includes the cities?
Yes.
Okay, as well? So,
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And on a final note, our next educational workshop on comprehensive planning is scheduled on March 18th. It most likely will be moved to a new location to be determined, but I think everyone will be very pleased once we're able to confirm that location.
Super.
Because you filled up the first location.
It was pretty tight. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
good
and
news.
with it being, flu and COVID season, I don't think that was such a great idea. So for every action, there is an
Actually, since
equal
you
and
had no more
opposite.
room, you actually turned people away that didn't.
I know we did have to, but we did send out all of the meeting materials, and I also offered to give another presentation if a community is really wanting me to come out, but I haven't had any takers, so I don't know if that's a testament to me or just that they don't have time.
That's great. Thank you,
All right,
Denise.
thank you.
Good job. Good job. All right. Laura Toth, Office for Older Adults.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm going to pass out, I'm not going to pass out, I'm going to hand out a yearly summary. I have packets. If you want to give one to Rhonda, that would be great. So these are some of our yearly numbers for the reports for 2023. On the top page there, you'll see total services provided in both meals and transit. In that, I always separate those out by city, township, and village. In total, older adults provided 8,856 rides through Medina County Transit. And in my high-tech handwriting, I put 2022 numbers there for comparison. In 2022, we provided 6,982, so we had an increase of 1,874 rides, so that was a positive number. We delivered in 23 44,229 meals, hitting every township and village except for Creston. We used to deliver to one woman who was in that little area of Creston Village. She moved to a different to a different living arrangement, so she's not on our route anymore. But we delivered over 44,000, and in 2022 we delivered 42,661. So that's an increase of 1,568 meals. In congregate meals, again, there was a rise in numbers. In 2023, 6,192 meals, compared to 5,838 meals. And the voucher program which is included in that congregate number, is only up and running since June 5th of 23. So I think that number will jump again, having a whole year of redeemed vouchers for 2024. The second page is just a chart, just a different way of looking at how we provide meals. It's the last year, because I usually only do 4 years, that our COVID numbers will be on there, which is that huge red line when we delivered over 67,000 meals. 2021 is the blue line. You can see where we came back down to kind of our normal, which is delivering between 3,000 and just over 4,000 meals per month, which the numbers make sense. And then the last page is unduplicated clients. This was of great interest to Commissioner Hudson, so I just started keeping numbers, probably just the last, maybe since 2021. But unduplicated clients for transit, we had 289, again, spread out throughout the county. In 2022, we had 248. I'm thinking that we're going to see another raise in 23 with that switch over to the Flex program in all areas of the county. Home delivered meal clients, we had 378 in 2023 compared to 340, so there was a raise there a bit. And then congregate meal clients went down just a bit. We had 199 clients in 23 compared to 205, so just down a little bit by 6. I think, again, that might be contributed to the fact of not a whole year of the voucher program. Maybe not all the voucher clients came back to Wadsworth, but hopefully we'll snag them back this year. So just some interesting, any questions on those charts?
No.
Okay.
Good job. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
It's good to kind of see the quantified impact that the office, each month you give us the kind
Yeah.
of the update of the month, but you really see it on paper, and it's impressive.
And when I sent the numbers to Chris and Matt, and this is kind of a labor of love. This is the only program that I separate out, because I have to do it manually, separate out each village and township. But then, like, when I'm going to talk to people about the impact of the levy, I can be like, look, not in Brunswick Hills, we delivered this amount, or in, you know, in Chatham, we delivered this amount, or wherever. It's nice to be able to do that, so.
Yes.
It's a little bit intensive to keep the numbers, but it's so worth it, I think.
It is, agreed.
Our kitchen renovations are just about complete. We have a couple of items that we're waiting from subcontractors, paid-for items. Additionally, our ice machine did not make it through construction. It was going, and when we plugged it back in, it was kind of gone. So we were told that they last 7 to 10 years, and ours is 12 years old, so that's a victory and a testament to our maintenance. So we are ordering another one. The cost for those is just over $2,000, so it is a good investment for the years that it provides service. So we'll replace that in the next month or so. We'll be celebrating our new kitchen renovations and our dining room furniture that was purchased. So I know I've told you about this, but the open house is on Thursday, February 29th from 2:30 to 4. I hope everybody can join us, and Commissioner Hambley has agreed to make a few remarks at this event, so that'll be nice. Other than that, we have our Valentine's party scheduled for Friday, February 9th. That's also the Valentine's party in Wadsworth, so we're going to be partying that day all over the place. It will be nice. One last note, I just saw yesterday, our foundation paid for a kind of a video compilation of testimonials from our clients about what the senior center means to them. So I just saw a rough cut yesterday. It's quite moving. It's fantastic. So we hope to premiere that as well on the 29th, and then you'll probably get to see it. We're going to blast it on social media and everywhere we can.
That's good. Right.
But that's about it. Everything's
Super.
going great. Thank you so
Great job.
much.
Thank you so much. All right. Commissioners' resolution. We have resolution number 1, authorizing execution of a memorandum of understanding for membership in Ohio Homeland Security Region 5 Collapse Search and Rescue Team.
Move to approve.
I will second. Any discussion on this one? Roll call?
Harrison?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes. Resolution number 2, appointing county commissioners of various committees and areas of responsibility for the year 2024. This represents, I believe, a shift in my responsibility for the Solid Waste Policy Committee.
Move to approve.
Second. We just switch. Colleen was the member, I was the alternate, and we're just switching. I'll be the voting member, and she'll be the alternate. So, roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes. And then resolution approving a volunteer policy for the Medina County Dog Shelter.
Move to approve.
I'll second. Any discussion?
Yeah, this has been a process we've been working on for several months, and I know our dog warden and Chris and I have had several meetings about it. We've looked at kind of a reviewed document. We've solicited some feedback from the community on it. I think it's like a lot of things we're trying to do in the dog shelter. It's a step in the right direction of kind of embracing the people who are eager to help and provide services. We just didn't have a real clear path for bringing them into the fold. And I think this is going to do that, and I'm excited to kind of see the impact this will have. We'd kind of set a tentative deadline of end of the year, wanting to get it done last year, so we're a little bit off on that, but early part of this year, and again, with a better policy, I think, as a result of some added time.
Well, I know, obviously, we delayed doing this so that we could have more community input, some of the individuals were. And I know even then, even some of those, I've heard expressed that they didn't have enough time to review. I think we gave it sufficient time, but realized this is just a policy. It's
Right.
not cut in stone. It doesn't take an act of Congress or a state legislature to do this. If we do need to make some changes to the policy, we can do that almost overnight, within a week.
Yep.
If we really see fit. So at this point, let's adopt it, let's move forward, start working with the volunteers in aiding the operations of our dog shelter.
Right.
And then if we need to refine it, we certainly can take that into consideration and move it forward.
Yeah, very similar to what we heard Denise mention about the mapping. Once the creation of it takes
Yeah.
a certain amount of time.
That's right.
Tweaking it along the way is a lot easier, and so that's
Indeed.
what we're hopeful to have here.
Agreed. And I thank you for all your work, and not only with with Dell and with Chris and others, but also with the volunteer group.
Well, I
potential volunteer
appreciate
groups.
everybody's feedback. I think we've got a better policy as a result of it. So,
I'd agree, I
thanks.
agree. All right. Roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes. All right. Okay, that's our resolutions. Open up to public comment. Stan, you're the public here right today, so, okay, all right.
You look a little sun-kissed, so that's good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome back to sunshine. You must have brought it with you. Believe me, January was not a good sunshine month here. It's a good plan. All right. We'll open up for discussion. Chris, you have anything?
No, sir.
Okay. Matt? Anybody else? Okay. All right. Aaron?
I was going to mention, I think we mentioned that we were having our first 911 review committee meeting, which we held last Wednesday. And as an update of that, we've got some action items. We didn't really take any action items at that meeting. We're awaiting some word on the preliminary funding projections for that are going to come in from the new funding structure that the state has established for wireless devices, not just phones, but other wireless connected
Tablets
devices,
and
right?
So anything wireless, yeah.
So once we have kind of a sense of that, the primary open item we'll have to address is the funding structure. And so there will be more committee discussion around that, but ultimately I think it's going to involve setting up some sort of a reserve fund or something that can be used for any additional foreseeable anticipated expenses associated with the program. There's some question as to whether the new funding formula is going to result in the same or greater amounts of funding for us to work with there. The hope would be that it increases, but we just don't really, it's too new to know for sure. So.
Chris, you could correct me if I'm wrong, it essentially nullifies the prior agreement. Would that be correct? Yeah, seemingly. And so at this point, the committee would determine what the priorities are in terms
Right.
of not only its distribution by PSAP, but also whatever equipment is needed, first and foremost, and then secondary is the operations.
Right.
Would that be correct?
Yeah. Well, and I think we have some latitude on that, but
Oh, okay.
but that's kind of how that was kind of the nature of the discussion.
Got it. Okay.
So, yep.
All right. Good. All right. Anything else?
No, so the only thing I was going to mention is we're still awaiting a few resolutions from cities and villages and townships, but
appointments.
for just to finalize those appointments so we have all the voting members represented, but that's in process. I think we'll have that ahead of our next meeting this month. So.
All right. Very good. That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll bring up for discussion in your packet, the Medina Area Transportation Task Force. There was one that had been formed basically in the year 2000 and then it produced a report in 2001, is being reassembled. This is one that identified essentially a thoroughfare plan for Medina City and also the surrounding townships. At that point in time, it was created to look at the needed infrastructure improvements for the area, rather than continue at that point in time focusing on a bypass, and do nothing to fix all their roads. The idea was to create that plan and focus on those improvements that needed to be done to help facilitate traffic within and surrounding the greater Medina area, if you will. But it's necessary for since a lot of things have changed, about 80-90% of that project list is already pretty much completed, time for it to reassemble and take a look at those thoroughfare plans, but also there are some specific project areas. I will just say some property owners as well as some public entities that are seeking to have an interest in kind of redefining some of the needs for thoroughfares, major highway improvements within that area. So Andy Conrad is taking the lead. It means assembling representatives from not only the Board of Commissioners, but Lafayette, Medina, Montville, York, and of course the City of Medina Engineer and Economic Development Corporation will have a representative. At this point, the draft is that I would represent the County Commissioners on that, if it's agreed, and we'll be having a resolution that if you will, formalizes those
Sure.
appointments.
No,
So,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
Probably about time to do that.
Yeah, a lot of the work's done, and I think in context, we do have some properties that are being outside of Medina, the Medina city area, that they do need to address, whether it has to be a major thoroughfare improvement or whether the local systems of roads can accommodate some limited development. And that's really, it's a planning issue, by and large. Unless the county or the city or the township wants to pay for a road, we can't we can't force an entity to otherwise it would be a taking. So we have to be cognizant of that issue, but it doesn't mean we can't plan and try to help when it comes to the zoning and the planning and development, that we take into consideration the impact on the local infrastructure. And there are some pending projects that might have that. So I think it's good to bring the group back together and kind of, or reconvene the group. But, most everyone that was on this is already no longer active. So at this point, it just, but obviously the local subdivisions and the entities are still in existence. So time to bring everybody back. Andy was, I think, just a junior engineer at the time. Whereas Dave Miller was the county engineer way back then. So, all right, we'll go ahead and make sure we do that next time around. All right. I don't have anything else.
Neither do I. I guess
Okay.
I'll move to adjourn.
Okay. Second, roll call, please.
Harrison?
Yes.
Hambley?
Yes, that's it for today and this week. Everybody have a good day and enjoy the sunshine while we have it.